Okay, welcome guys. This is game 2 of the Team Raids versus the team that I don't know the name yet.
Purple. Wait, no, hang on.
Yeah,
Is
they're
Rage
purple team.
blue or purple?
Rage is Nikantor.
Okay. So
Okay,
it
so
looks
it's
like
like they actually banned that Skarner out, and last game they actually had a Skarner on their team, so it's might be a very good choice on their part. Skarner actually engaged a bunch of the fights on their team, so.
you did.
Yeah.
I saw that one at Niveal Wall though when they're all just like hanging out like a
Oh, you saw that?
That
Whew.
was amazing.
Too strong.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, that was
so
very good.
So good.
And they banned that Ario too because they did pick
Oh.
Ario last game, and it looks like Purple Team is just banning really generic bans. They banned the Vayne and the Rammus. Rammus always needs to be banned, and Vayne is a very strong AD carry. So, didn't you say you wanted that Vayne?
Well, I was.
You said you
kinda
wanted the Vayne
joking.
ban. Well, I mean,
actually
it
have no
happened
idea
still.
What I'm talking about. I'm only good at the play-by-play, because
Because
you know I don't know anything.
it's cool. It's cool.
So they banned Ari. That sucks. And a little part of me dies every time someone bans an Ari.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm like half dead at this point.
Soraka ban. I mean, Soraka ban is it's a good ban, right? Like, what would you?
Yeah. I would.
Soraka's a very strong support.
Well, 'cause she is, but isn't Sona kind of a little bit on the better side?
They're both very different. Like, they're for different things. Sona is very good at teams that are really revolved around team fighting because of her ultimate is just so strong, and because of all her auras, they're very strong too.
Yeah.
But Soraka is more of just like a sustain, keep everybody in the fight type hero. So maybe they just don't want to deal with that, you know?
Maybe. It also kind of shuts the window. Excuse me, for other supports, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, aside from like Sona Soraka, there's Karma.
Yeah, last game we saw Tarek, and you don't really see Tarek that much in competitive play anymore.
I don't see him at all, so it's kind of interesting that they picked them. But I mean, it worked, right? Because they had
it did.
Ari and Sivir, and that poking, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have like 3 just incredibly beefy people up front.
Exactly. It worked really well on their part. I mean, they were getting shut down at the start. You missed the start of last game, but they were really getting shut down, and then they just completely turned it around.
Well, there we go. That's awesome.
And Sona Graves is such a generically good composition bottom. They got 2 of, like, debatably the best people to put bottom.
Yeah, but they do have a Corki.
Yeah.
He's kind of like an anti-aggression, isn't he?
Yes, Corki is very good at doing work on things that try and be aggressive. Now, if they put someone, a Leona. Okay, so Leona Corki, that could be very good. Leona has that stun to help out with the aggression. She's also a very beefy and pokey champion, right?
Yeah.
And so Corki's a very pokey champion too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. So tell you what. If you're to make a guess right now as to who would win bottom lane, who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I haven't seen a Corki Leona ever.
No.
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, guess there's a first for everything, right?
Yeah, I actually haven't seen a Corki Leona ever. I'm trying to think if that would be better than a Sona Graves. Sona Graves is usually a very good composition, but it does have the ability to get shut down very well. I mean, if they get ganked a lot, and Corki and Leona is really good when a jungle comes to gank because her ultimate is so good for keeping that CC. She also has something that flings her to them, right? And then she can stun them up close too. So she's very good paired with someone who can gank their lane bottom. So.
Well, for sure. I mean, especially the Malphite, right? Like his slow is really good. His ulti is really good.
Yeah. And wow, so they're actually picking the double R composition.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, all of them are press R champions. Malphite, Leona, and then we got the Karthus and the
and Kennen.
And the Kennen, yeah. So they're just gonna press R and win.
Especially if they have a double Woda. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah. If they get a double Woda, that's gonna that's gonna be very devastating.
Okay, I'm excited. This is gonna be good.
Maokai, okay.
So Cho'Gath's gonna be top against Kennen. Unless, well,
That's I can see that doing well. I can see Cho'Gath doing well against the Kennen top.
yeah, I can see it doing well, pretty well too. But like, I know Kennen's a really good top.
Yes, yeah, he is. Of course,
He's really
Kennen's one of
good.
the safest tops. There's a few tops that you can play that are really safe to play because they have so much mobility and they have like the ability to avoid ganks completely. And Kennen's one of them. He has a lot of mobility. He doesn't have mana, so he can spam spells. If he needs to last hit, he's getting zoned, he can always use his Q to last hit. So he's just a very safe pick top.
Sure enough. Who, just so I know, because I'm learning as I go, who else is another safe pick for top? Like someone like Olaf and Garen? Or
Garen, Garen's safe, yeah, but he's also gets countered a lot. I honestly, that's I don't know why though. No, I don't know why I found that funny. Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you.
I know.
Just the way you said it. Just the way you said it.
Timu's not bad.
Timu's not best.
Timu's not bad. I've seen it. No, because it took me by complete surprise. I was sitting there playing a ranked game, solo queue, and they like snap blocked Garen to go top. And so this one guy was like, "I'm gonna take Teemo." So at first I was like, "Okay, this is gonna be really terrible." But he dominated the lane. Right, and it was because he could blind him and shut him down with all the poison, and he has.
Yeah, no, Teemo is a perfectly good top. I mean, we've seen Rain Man play Teemo a few times, and although I watched a few games where he didn't do that well, Teemo can lane top really well because he's really safe because he has those mushrooms to keep him safe, and he also has that blind, right? So he's a very safe pick top. But no, to answer your question about who's like really mobile top and who's a really safe pick top, Riven, Trendamere.
Oh, for sure.
Let me think. Riven, Trendamere. I can't think of any of the top of my head. Renekton.
Yeah, it's true.
They're all very safe picks top.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wukong,
yes.
Papa else, says Wukong in the chat. Wukong's a very safe top.
Wukong's annoying to deal with. Very annoying to deal with.
But he also gets countered a lot. Wukong does. Nidalee's like the safest top. No.
Yeah, that's true. I actually haven't seen a Nidalee in a very long time.
She's really good at laning top. Although it's hard to say that she has the ability to sway a whole game, unless you're really good at Nidalee and you know what to do with her. It's hard to say that she's gonna sway a whole game. She's really good at shutting down tops though. Aurelia, yeah, Aurelia is more so. Although she is very mobile, she's more so just like a sit there and farm and you can't do anything to be champion. I wouldn't say she's. Yeah, she's a safe pick. Yeah, never mind.
I would say so because she like rarely dies. Singed for sure. Unless you said him already.
Yeah, no, Singed is very safe. Yeah, there's a few champions that you can set top and be very safe. Don't ban Nidalee. I got this. Someone said that in chat.
I got this.
You really need to get MIRC so you can look at the chat.
Yeah, I really should.
Actually, why don't you just open it up in the browser?
See, there's a whole thing that I'm incredibly lazy. And,
oh my god.
And it's 5 seconds until this thing starts, right?
Fucking Graham. Or Collective, sorry. I don't know what you want me to call.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, alright.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Looks like the game's gonna get started now. The Queen of Solo Top. Yeah, Aurelia's really good at Solo Top. Especially when Wicked plays her. I actually just watched Wicked for the first time play Aurelia on stream. Not recently, but like a few weeks ago. And holy shit, he's good.
Yeah?
Like, holy
Actually,
shit.
Haven't really watched anyone aside from Hotshot and Reggie. I really should expand my streaming viewerness.
Yeah, there's a few people that I automatically go to. Like if I see them streaming, I automatically go to them. Odd One, he's really good to watch streaming because he actually commentates over his gameplay most of the time. Unless he's raging at his team, he tells you exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it, which is it's so amazing to watch because it's you gain a lot of insight from it.
Well, that's insightful, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a few people who don't talk about their gameplay at all, so sometimes it's fun to watch them, sometimes it's not. Chaos, he talks about it a few, and Odd One does a lot. So those are like people that I automatically go to.
Chaos, an Odd One. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. Chaos is AD for TSM.
Yes.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah, so he only plays AD, and Odd One's the jungler. But jungler, you learn a lot from.
Yeah.
Even if
yeah,
because you learn a lot about like when it's safe to gank other lanes. So even if you're laning mid, you kind of get the idea of when the junglers kind of gank and stuff,
Oh,
especially when Odd One and Reggie actually queue a lot together, and that's really fun to watch.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I really like the spectator mode. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Really it's pretty sexy.
It's so good. It's so good. What else is there? What other options are there?
You can press F to look at the fog.
You can select certain champions, see what options they have.
Okay, so they might catch this Cho'Gath right now. They're actually invading the jungle. I thought they were just kind of hang out and make sure that they don't take the blue, but they're actually looking to invade. They invaded last game and they got that first blood off, so it really worked out well for them.
Well, maybe that's why Purple's a little bit skeptical about it, hey?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't doubt that. Be,
especially if you're facing the same team, basically.
Yeah, it really set them back last game. Anivia got the first blood mid. Or not mid, sorry. She got the first blood and then laned mid, and it was a really big advantage.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay, true.
Yeah.
And that was for Purple, right? That... They got?
Yes.
Well,
Purple last game. Yeah, Rage got first blood last game, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, true.
But the other team actually won, so... It looks like they're going to be taking these double golems bottom, which is going to put them at a really good advantage. Purple's not going to try and stop them at all, unlike last game where Rage stopped them, or Rage stopped the other team.
Okay, true. Okay. So Cassiopeia versus Karthus, eh? I'm going to see how that turns out. So both, like, pretty similar... Yeah,
they're pretty similar laning styles, yeah, for sure. Because they both have that same skill shot and they both need to hit it. So they're probably either just going to farm or, if they can get any Qs off on each other, maybe. Cassiopeia actually taking a little bit of damage from some creeps and a Q.
So Malphite going in for the counter jungle. Or is he just going to go ahead and try to take his red right away?
Yeah, and it looks like actually Malphite's going to catch him off guard.
Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, Maokai throwing in the sapling, going in. He's not going to actually be doing a whole lot. Cassiopeia and Karthus and Cho'Gath. Actually, this could be a 3v3. No, not quite. Malphite flashing over the wall and everyone just backing off and going back to lane.
Yeah, Malphite was really cornered there. I mean, Cho'Gath heading down and then Cassiopeia heading up. He was really just going to get squished. He had to flash over there, basically.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was kind of aggressive on his part, though. He's going ahead and just trying to...
oh, yeah, for sure. Especially because Malphite... Sorry?
Oh, I was going to say especially that early, but...
Yeah. And Malphite is such a fast jungler, right? So he clears his minions out super fast.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to counter jungle someone that clears out their minions really fast is really hard. Because he's just going to be... He's always going to be around that jungle.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. So at what point does Maokai start ganking? Is it kind of like whenever something's available, or does he have to reach like level 4, or is...
Well, I actually didn't see where the Maokai started off, but if you start off at Race, and then you head to Blue, and then you head to Wolves, and then you kill Wraiths again, you'll be level 3, and you can gank by then. But I don't think he really had an opportunity to gank after trying to get counter jungled by this Malphite.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. But I mean, he did recover from it, right?
Yes, he did, for sure.
So, and like, right now, Malphite is, he actually had to get red leash for him, but it's starting to work out for him anyway.
Yeah, Malphite's not the best jungler at the start of the game, but once he gets those levels, and it looks like Leon's actually going to go down on Graves right now and doing a little harassment, but Corki takes so much damage from that.
Sorry, it's the way he said Leona's going to go down on Graves, but it looks like Karthus is actually going to be falling down to Cassiopeia's poison, giving her the first blood, and he was at his turret too. Unfortunately, I missed that Maokai gank, but Would have been really solid for sure. Because he is level 4 and he does have a level advantage over Malphite currently. Especially with that assist too, it's going to be throwing him ahead. Way far ahead.
Yeah, so anyways, after you, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore.
Me neither.
Anyways, so yeah, Maokai was actually an amazing pick on this team. As I said at the start, it's a very R-orientated team where you just press R and shit happens. But, oh my gosh, and so much damage going down on bottom right now. They actually exhaust Graves, but a Summoner Heal goes off and they're not going to be able to get the kill. They do a ton of damage though. That Corki and Leona, really, their damage is crazy. And Corki actually pulling some ballsy shit right now. Not getting any damage down, but he could have really been caught there.
Oh, for sure. I'm surprised he wasn't, honestly. But, I mean, they do also have that Summoner Heal down. They have a bunch, like, Sona's out of mana, essentially. Graves is really low, so he's going to have to sit there and just poke and prod at people, and he's going to have to avoid a whole lot of things.
Yes, for sure.
But no, it's good. I mean, they're definitely throwing them in fear, and Leona's not playing like Corki's gone, so maybe they won't be able to suspect anything.
Yeah, that laning composition is throwing me off. It's really good. Leona Corki.
Yeah, they are actually doing really well.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is my first time seeing that.
I thought I saw it maybe once or twice before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But this Kennen, though, like, this Kennen's doing amazing. He's got 35 creep farm to Cho'Gath 19.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, especially on Kennen.
Pretty much zoned. I mean, Kennen just is a solid champion. Like, I never really saw him solo top before. I did watch him when Hotshot was playing him once, but I don't know. Like, I just kind of underestimate Kennen, but then again, I'm at a completely different level from what these guys are at, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
Kennen's really not to be underestimated. I mean, he has such a good laning phase, he has such a good mid-game phase, and his late game's always good too. He has so much CC. You can grab a Rylaze on him and get a slow, and he's really beastly.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely he is. I'm just a little baffled. Maokai has an Oracles already.
Yeah, he actually popped it. He was gonna gank. He was gonna gank mid, and Karthus knew he was there, so he kind of just popped it and tried to look for the ward. And actually, Malphite going in mid, but Cassiopeia getting an ulti off on Karthus, doing a ton of damage. Maybe gonna get the kill off on him. Oh, missing that Q though, and doesn't get the kill off. And Malphite actually doesn't get the kill off either, but he has to flash in and EM. Oh, that was really close on Cassiopeia's part. If she would have hit that poison, she really would have got that kill, and it would have benefited her a lot more than just dying for nothing.
Absolutely. And you actually did miss a bit of a fight bottom. All they did was manage to do was poke Corki away, but now Leona's actually charging in on Maokai. And then we have Corki and everyone else starting to poke and prod at them. Graves is caught out of position. Nobody just dashes over the wall. Again, mobility, saving lives.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it was really exciting because, I mean, Maokai was like caught completely out of position, and I thought for sure that they would have had him, but Malphite was just a little bit too slow. Wasn't able to get there right away, but they would have had a free kill for sure if it was a 3v1. But unfortunately, they missed it. So. But they got Cassiopeia mid?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay, true. That's awesome then.
Yeah.
Throw her behind a low. She's 7 and he just hit 6?
Yeah, it's kind of Cassiopeia's doing really well against this Karthus right now, so that gank was really in order.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sure is a good thing that she caught or got ganked then.
Oh, she's just hitting everything right now on him, and he's taking a ton of damage. But Malphite's actually coming in for the counter and scaring her off a little bit. He really would have been in trouble if Cassiopeia stuck on him. But Malphite did a good job there in countering, and Kennen is actually just warding the Tribush right now, making sure he doesn't get ganked.
For sure. Kind of seems to be, you know, evening out slightly a bit top. I mean, kind of does have a Hextech Revolver right now. Cho'Gath, you know, he's just hanging out, just chilling, max and relaxing out cool, being completely zoned. Actually, the 3 of them heading into their jungle. What are they going to be? Unless they're just helping them with red, or they're a little bit skeptical.
I think they're just making sure. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just
that
making
does
sure.
make sense. Alright, but Malphite's going to be giving blue to Karthus, actually, which is good.
Oh, yeah,
hopefully it'll help him catch up. I mean, you keep our fingers crossed that he doesn't wind up giving it to Cassiopeia, because, I mean, if she has an ulti, she does have it up. I mean, she could completely annihilate him.
Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't thing. And Malphite's actually going to camp top right now. Let's see if he can get anything down on this Cho'Gath. He's very hard to gank. He has a lot of CC. He has a silence that stops everything.
Yeah, but unless you ulti in, you're going to have to... Yeah, I guess for Cho'Gath, you're going to have to get that shit off right away. Just because of the fact that he does have a silence and a knockup. But here we go. Possibly Malphite. Cho'Gath flashing away. Malphite getting off that slow, but Cho'Gath landing that silence perfectly at the right time, so that wouldn't be ballsy enough to actually try to turret dive him just yet.
Yeah, as I said, that and actually Karthus flashing away from this Maokai gank, and Maokai taking a ton of damage from the turret and actually going down to this Karthus. So very good job on Karthus' part, getting that Maokai down, even though he died, not giving away his buffs to anyone. So very good job on his part.
It was. And trading out is always better than just giving them a free kill, right?
Yeah, and it looks like bottom too.
Yeah, Leona's actually starting to get poked and withered down. Graves actually landing a perfectly timed buckshot, landing all three of the bullets, taking her out immediately, and him surviving with just a little bit of health left.
Yep, and that's good on their part too. As we saw earlier, Leona and Corki were doing a lot of poke damage to these two, so the fact that they actually...
Cannon! Oh my god, that was amazing. Cannon actually... Oh, okay.
Nope.
Never mind. There's so much action going on, it's ridiculous.
I know, I can't fit. Oh my god, the middle now! Oh god!
Malphite wasting his ulti.
Oh, I caught this ulting out! Gotta get the kill! Woo! Oh my god, too much action right now. I can't follow this. I'm so bad.
We can't do anything.
Holy shit.
Okay, maybe we'll get a break. Maybe we'll just, be able to talk for a little bit. But that was actually really good. Karthus the cleanup crew, man. That was amazing.
Holy shit. It was like I was bottom for a bit. And then you yelled top, so I went top, and then I saw mid, I was like, holy shit, what's happening?
Everybody's dying up around.
Everybody's dying.
Everybody's dying.
Okay, now can we just chill? Can we just chill for a bit?
I think so. I think we should be good for now. Should be good for now.
Okay, and actually Corki taking on two people right now, getting Graves down. Holy crap, he does a ton of damage. What does he have right now? Just two Doran's Blades and a Ruby Crystal. That was a lot of damage. Oh, and they're actually typing out a BM swear word. What does BM mean?
Bam? Maybe they just missed the A?
Okay, so they actually got that kill off bottom, so they're going to be able to take this free dragon. Malphite has an Oracle, so he knows that they have no vision over this right now. The only ward actually Purple Team has is in that bush in the middle of the river, not showing dragon at all. So they're walking away with the free dragon, but Cassiope is pushing up mid right now, getting a few free hits on the turret.
Kennen up top, flashing away from a Maokai and Cho'Gath gank. Actually worked out really well for Kennen's part. He survived. Sorry, it's just he disconnected.
Oh yeah, so I guess that's what happened bottom then.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, that's a huge ball buster, especially to have in a tournament. Hey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's huge. Oh. I guess it's the things you have to learn to deal with anyway, right? There's always obstacles to overcome.
Yeah, in a non-LAN tournament, I mean, you can't really do much about that. If this was a LAN tournament and a disconnect happened at 12 minutes, that would be really bad. They would probably have to restart the game. But, I mean, there's not much you can do right now in a tournament that's hosted overseas like this.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's really next to nothing you can do. But, okay, so bottom lane. Let's look at the farm. Let's see how they're holding up. Graves is 84 compared to Corki's 64. Graves is 2-1. Compared to Corki, it's 1-1. So it looks like they're actually winning, well, in terms of that anyway.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Sona Graves is always a good comp, so the fact that they're winning just proves that.
It's a very good comp, actually.
Especially since we saw Corki and Leona's damage at the start. It was so good.
I know. I kind of thought for sure that they had this lane in the bag, but, maybe things are turning out a little differently than expected.
Yep.
But, I mean, Corki does have red, right? So things could always turn around. Leona does have her ult, so just in case they decide to go on and get funky.
Yeah. Get real funky. What did Leona on Graves or something?
Sure. It's the way you want to look at it. It's the way we can do it.
Okay. So, Malphite just heading back to this jungle. And, yeah, Cassiope just getting some free hits off on this mid turret. They really need to stop her from doing that. I mean, I think she's just really outlaning Karthus right now. What's their farm compared? Oh, bottom. What's going down bottom? Okay, nothing. They got a few pings off. I was kind of curious. But yeah, so Cassiopeia has 90 farm and actually Karthus 71, so she is doing significantly better than him.
Yeah, that's wow. All right then, there we go. It looks like Malphite actually just running around clearing the ward.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then we have Graves again going and disconnecting. So maybe all the three of them are gonna go and just hard push bottom turret, possibly grabbing a kill and that turret. That would throw them ahead. That would be actually really good for them. Help them get caught up in kills and maybe in gold as well.
Yeah, I really just feel bad that this Graves is disconnecting because they were doing so well bottom.
They were doing amazing. But again, like we kept saying, again, we kept seeing, rather, the Corki just bursting them down. I mean, like, he took them on 2v1 and dropped, like, one of them, right? So, it's crazy.
And there's the reconnect, so... Hopefully he can get back in the game and stop disconnecting, because it seems to be really hindering their bottom play right now.
Yeah, for sure. That's, like... It kind of... Although... like disconnects, like unless it's their personal internet, like I don't understand like how it could be happening that much. But I guess shit just happens, baby.
Yeah, I guess shit just does happen.
Hey.
So as I was saying earlier, I actually never finished my point because a bunch of stuff started happening. But Maokai is a very good pick towards these double R teams because of his ultimate. He could just put it down in the middle of a team fight and everybody can just sit in it and avoid a lot of the damage going out from all of the ultimates.
Ooh, did you catch that?
The end of it.
Oh, okay, good. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You didn't really miss a whole lot. I mean, like, Kennen had to burn his ulti just to get down, like, half of Cho'Gath's health just because of the fact that he's so beefy.
Yeah.
But, actually, Karthus only got Cho'Gath down to, like, 100 health or so. So anyway, so Malphite was just like, he's not getting away. He's in at the turret and just catches him. It's really good.
Nice,
really
nice,
good.
nice.
Anyway, yeah, Karthus actually just going ahead, getting a few free hits on the turret, taking about like 40% of it away. Maokai and Cassiopeia did not like this idea, so they're going to go ahead and try to chase him a little. But Karthus, is he going to go bottom? Maybe help hard push it? Maybe. I don't know what he's doing.
I think they might have the timer out on this dragon. Possibly.
Yeah.
No, doesn't look like it. He's kind of heading away from it.
I don't know what he's doing. He's hard to predict. Hard to predict.
Hard to predict. Someone said, like an injury in a football game, shit just happens. Yep.
It does. Yeah. Like a disconnect in a... Oh, man. Like
a spoiled in your milk.
Right.
Like a cockroach in your cereal, right? Shit just happens,
right.
guys. Just
or like a mouse in your cupboard, or like a
yeah, it just happens.
Like a Cody in your Shoutcast, like sometimes you just have to deal with these things.
The Papa said an STD in your yeah, I guess
yeah.
that's the same. I guess.
I guess yeah.
I guess so. So Maokai actually coming up here, but Kennen sees him because he does have a ward there, so a very good ward placement on his part.
Alright, so let's compare the junglers here. Who do you feel is ahead at this point?
At this point, well, oh shit, mid.
Up.
Okay, nothing happened mid. But anyways, what were we talking about? Junglers? Okay, wait, bottom. Wait, no, let's just wait till bottom.
Who's ahead?
Let's just wait till bottom. Let's just see what happens. It looks like they're actually going to try and contest this dragon. He has an oracle, so he can take out this ward. And they all know, because they do have that ward there, although it did get taken out, they know that they're here, and they know that to try and contest it. So...
it was a 4v3, but I want to see a fight. Graves going in and just poking, trying to aggravate Malphite a little bit. Cassiopeia coming to even out the odds. Oh wow, Karthus actually wound up flashing over the wall, eliminating it completely. Maokai throwing down his ulti just to try to scare them. And now they're going to go ahead and try to actually wind up pulling out the dragon there. And so maybe Corki's going ahead and using his rocket. I don't know, it's like they almost seem scared to initiate, but they do have a Karthus, right? So they should be able to go in. Oh, we actually have people exchanging, jumping in back and forth. Leona dropping that ulti, stunning a few people. Corki going in, doing his job, withering down people. Malphite actually flashing away for Graves to go in and just play cleanup crew. Dropping the Karthus immediately. Corki flashing
that was
over
an awesome
top
flash.
wall. Maybe
That was an awesome flash.
Oh, yeah, I know, it was really good, really good. Like, these guys are just playing pretty smart, pretty smart. Like, purple team, purple is Rage, right? I'm not getting the team names mixed up at all.
No, Blue's Rage now.
Blues Rage? Okay, so it looks like Rage is kind of shouldn't have been in this game just a little bit. I mean, like, they definitely had it. The last game, they had that match in the bag, but for sure, like, they didn't go and get the dragon. This is a little weird. Maybe they're going to go do it now that I actually mention it.
Yeah, it looks like they're pulling out. Now, I want to mention that pulling out is always a good thing. It always saves you from a lot of things in life. So I just want to say, kids, remember that. Pull out, okay?
I was curious if you're going to make that joke or not. Alright. Anyway, so we have Malphite. You know, he's tanking the shit out of that red. You know, that red, you know, it's sitting there auto-attacking him. And, you know, he's casting spells, you know. He's doing stuff.
He's just doing stuff, and that's the thing about this game. You really have to do stuff, because if you don't do anything, then you can't do other stuff.
Right, and so if stuff doesn't happen, then, you know, like nothing, you know.
Just, then no stuff, dude. No
you know
stuff.
What I'm talking about? Yeah, no, it's yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it seemed like that fight was very one-sided. I mean, Leona did engage at the start, and she got off a very good ultimate on all of them, but Sona actually got her ultimate off on a lot of people, so it didn't really work out in their favor, although they did not have their Kennen there, and it seems like their Kennen is a lot of the damage and CC in their fight. So it wasn't a very standard team fight, so we're going to have to see how Blue pans out when they actually have 5 people.
I think they could do it pretty well. I mean, unless Sona lands the ultimate of the century, I really feel like Rage could definitely take it. Just because of the fact that, again, they have all of that AoE. They have Malphite's knockout, they have Leona's stun, Karthus, they have a Kennen, and then they have Corki for cleanup crew. I think that they could definitely have this in the bag. Because, I mean, for purple, a lot of what they have is just a lot of single target DPS. I guess they do have Maokai, which is kind of like a counter AoE in a way. Kind of.
Oh, and they actually catch Malphite, and he has to ulti over the wall to get out of that.
That's good.
But yeah, as you were saying, I mean, it's true. They do have a lot of AoE. And, but the thing about purple is, their team is basically set up. Wait, actually, top. It looked like Kennen was actually going to get a kill on, and he does get a kill down on Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath actually did a ton of damage to him. I was not expecting that. He feasted him early and did a lot of damage, probably trying to scare him off, but the fact that Kennen has that spell vamp, it really helped him out a lot.
Oh, for sure. Maokai dropping his ultimate, so maybe they're going to try to take this turret regardless of what's happening. Like, all he's doing is just mitigating the damage from the rest of the champions. Maokai actually snaring. Oh, a beautiful a beautiful ultimate from Sona, stunning them all. And then we have Karthus coming in for the ultimate.
Oh! Damn!
That was a double kill. And now we have Malphite going in for the cleanup crew. And we have Maokai coming in. He's not going to be able to do much. But maybe, unless Malphite gets off the slow, maybe he's going to be able to get away. They both actually slow each other. Oh, man. Whew.
That team fight.
Actually beautiful. Beautiful turnaround. Beautiful.
Yep. Although, actually, blue team got a turret top. They got the 2nd tier turret.
The 2nd tier?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it looked like blue did come out on top on that fight, but it was in blue's favor from the start. So the fact that purple got 3 down on that, that was really well played on their part.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that tower dive, one of the most beautiful tower dives I've ever seen. It was... it was just absolutely amazing. I mean, it was everywhere from, like, the Sona ulti that just dropped, like, 2 or 3 of them instantly. The Graves ulti that just...
Oh, yeah, that Sona ulti was it was perfect. That Sona ulti was really good.
It was
and,
amazing.
the Cassiopeia ulti, that was... Sorry, I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
The Cassiopeia ulti?
I
think she hit 2 people.
At the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
So good. That was a really good coordination on their part. Now, see, that's the thing about their team. I mean, although they don't have a ton of AoE damage... They do have a little bit of it, and they have a ton of AoE CC. So, I mean, they have that Cho'Gath. They have the Maokai for the knockup slows. They have that Cassiopeia ult. They have the Sona ult. So, I mean, they do have a lot of CC.
Yeah, for sure. So it all kind of boils down to, you know, like, what's a little bit better, AoE or CC?
Yeah.
But, I mean, then again, like, Rage has a ton of CC. So.
Oh no, Rage. Yeah, I'm not underestimating their CC at all. But the thing about purple teams. Purple team? Yeah, the thing about purple team is that they have a lot of constant damage. Oh shit, bottom. Yeah. Wow, what happened there?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking about it. Basically, Corki just went in a little bit, and Sona and Graves just kind of withered him down. Leona's like not able to sustain him at all, right? So she did what she could to take a couple of hits, but none of them died, so that was the bonus.
Yep.
But yeah, so not a whole lot happened.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I mean, their team, the purple team, they have a lot of consistent damage. They have that Graves that just deals a ton of consistent damage. His buckshot is up a lot, and he has a ton of attack speed coming from his dash. And Cassiopeia, obviously, do not underestimate her consistent damage. She just spams and spams and spams and just does so much damage to people. So.
Especially if she builds tanky, which it looks like she's kind of doing, because I mean she already has a Rabadons, and she's working on a Negatron cloak, so it all kind of, it's a little bit hard to tell. Maybe she's working on a Banshee, or maybe an Abyssal Scepter. Ooh. That would be good. That would be really good.
No, Abyssal would be very nice actually.
But then again, like she pretty much is the only one dealing AP damage, but so long as she stays alive, it's pretty much what benefits her.
Yeah. She's the one. Yeah, she's the only one dealing really, really hard AP damage for sure.
Right. So the Abyssal Scepter, benefits her mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's gonna wind up grabbing that blue actually for a lot of the mana regen, spamming the spells even more so than normal. So that's always a huge advantage for her. Do we have a team fight here coming up?
It looks like both teams are aware of their presence. This really could be it. I mean, okay. They're kind of just backing off, but they know Dragon's up right now, so they're going to try and take that out. It's very easy to take Dragon, especially with a Karthus and a Corki. So we'll see this going down pretty fast, but it looks like they're going to actually try and engage. Maokai putting up his ultimate, and they're all going in. Maokai and, oh my gosh, and then Kennen just ulting in and getting a bunch of people off, and Malphite getting that stun off too.
There we go. Karthus landing the ulti. See how much it'll do. It actually drops one person, throwing their Maokai to next to no health whatsoever. Malphite going in, grabbing the kill in the last second of his life, but unfortunately Rage got aced.
Yes.
That was a little bit... So that did not go how I expected it at all.
I mean, at the start, I was kind of hoping Rage was going to take that. They went in, they had very good ultis. Kennen got a really good ulti off, and then he Zhonya'd in the middle of them, so he was just dealing damage that whole time. But, I mean, it looks like the tankiness of that Maokai and that Cho'Gath is just really helping their team out. They just sit in the front and kind of zone out the other people in the team and just really take a lot of damage for their team.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, it was like one of the only people that got dropped was Maokai and Cassiopeia. So, I mean, like a 5 for 2, or wow, a 2 for 5 even.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but they're going to go ahead and actually steal their red, which is pretty smart, because especially when you have an advantage like this, you want to cripple them just a little bit more. You want to demoralize them, get rid of their buffs. Do not have them, do not give them any chance to be able to come back at all.
Yeah, and Electro... Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Huh? No, you go ahead.
Electrolytes actually from the chat says that Maokai's ult completely countered them in the fight, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Maokai is a really good choice against our teams because his ultimate really negates a lot of that damage. And it looks like they're taking Baron right now, and Maokai is aware of this. They do have a ward up, and they have vision of that. So maybe Maokai can try and get in here and steal this. And Cassiopeia going in, they actually get the Baron though, and Maokai's stuck in the Baron right now. And Cassiopeia's gonna go down to these people, and Maokai actually almost taking out Karthus, but doesn't get the heal off. They get the heal off, and they actually heal Karthus up. So, but Graves actually pushing bottom while they do that, so they are gonna get a second tier turret out of this, but for the expense of Baron.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, Rage does have Baron now. Purple is down 2 people. I mean, it's 2 people is not insignificant, right? If you have them down that much. Graves actually didn't, unfortunately, grab that second tier turret, which would have been huge for them. But, wow, I cannot speak English today at all. I'm sorry. English is hard. It is...
it's a hard language, although it is one of the easiest languages to learn, so, I mean...
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
that was the case.
No, English is one of the easiest languages to learn.
Oh, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life.
Or maybe I'm thinking of to write.
To write would make well, I guess, but then you like have all these exceptions for like, you know.
Am I thinking? Like, I thought I heard somewhere that English was like the easiest to learn or write or something. It's very difficult to learn. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
My bad.
mean, like, I spoke nothing but English. It's a little hard sometimes.
No, I actually thought I heard that, but I guess I'm just completely wrong.
Maybe. Go on to prove that Wikipedia is not a reliable source.
No, not Wiki.
I'm joking. Okay, so take your bet right now. You and me. Who do you think is gonna win? Purple or blue? Go.
I don't know. Right now, it's actually looking. It's crazy because I actually thought purple was going to take this completely at the start of the game, but blue is really turning it around, and they're really taking advantage of things that they get. I mean, they got that Baron, and they pushed out as far as they could middle. So I don't know. Right now, it's very. It's like last game. Last game, they were ahead a lot, and then they just completely threw it. So we'll see what happens here. I guess this is going to be a really good team fight to happen.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna get that second
like they don't have,
sure.
yeah, they don't have the turret there, but we're gonna have to see how this winds up turning out.
Yeah, I mean they do still have the Baron buff. How long more did they have it for? They still have it for a little bit more than a quarter. So
I wish I knew how long it would last. Actually, that would make life a little bit easier.
You can see if you click on someone's name, you can see it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it actually like showed like the duration, like.
Oh, the duration left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Rage actually doesn't have an Oracles at this point. So unless it actually all boils down to map control, basically for most of the MOBAs, but I don't know. I mean, unless Purple starts warding everywhere and starts to try to actually pick off a couple of people when they're solo. I mean, like if Kennen, like if he's out of position, if he got caught right now, 4v5, I mean the Baron's about to run out and stuff, so it's gonna throw them at a disadvantage.
Well, I mean, as we saw, Purple does have a very good team fight, right? I mean,
yeah.
That with that Maokai ult, it really negates. What are you oofing?
I'm just sorry. I'm emphasizing how it is.
I was like, what is he oofing?
I'm just
okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, Purple has shown to be very good in team fights right now. So, really, if anything, I think Blue doesn't want the team fight straight on. I think Blue's the people who want to pick off someone, right?
Yeah, it would make sense. But I mean, like, it's always a smart idea to try to wither down the numbers.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Like, you're completely right about that.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually 4v5. I mean, I kind of figured that, like, maybe Blue would take this, or Rage would actually take this opportunity, but Graves is actually starting to head bottom, so maybe all, like, Purple's going to do is just hug their turret in the meantime. And the only form of poke that well, actually, Rage has a lot of poke, but I'm surprised they actually aren't doing it as much as I thought they would. But all 5 of them are there now. Rage is starting to back off a little bit, so we're going to start to see what happens. Maybe they'll fight, maybe they won't. The Baron is down, though, so they're going to go ahead and actually wind up trying to take this dragon. Purple is going to actually go ahead and try to cut them off. We have a Cho'Gath going in, throwing his spikes up to the ground, silencing most of everybody. Maokai throwing down his ultimate. Kenny flashing in, casting his ulti and grabbing his zonies off for the last second. Sona going in, throwing in her ulti, stunning a few people. We still have a Malphite going in, chasing down the squishies, which is perfect. We have Cassiopeia surviving with 32 health left. 32 health left, and they wind up acing the team, and they only took down Graves. That was actually an amazing fight. Amazing fight.
I mean, yeah, as I said, the Purple's team fight is really good.
I mean, from what I saw, anyway, I'm sure you would have been paying attention to different things, but Malphite was all on his own. People were starting to wither down him. I mean, if you had Cassiopeia, like, left alone, she's just going to go ahead and just rip apart everybody, and that's exactly what she did. I mean, when Malphite was going in to try to, like, take down Malphite, or take down Cassiopeia, rather, It wasn't quite going as well for him. I mean, like, she popped her ulti and everything like that, stunning him and just shredding him apart. And then everyone else on purple was actually go ahead and taking down Malphite, is trying to zone everyone else out as well.
Yeah, Cho'Gath just does such a good job of what he's supposed to do. I mean, you saw there, the way they initiated that fight, Cho'Gath just kind of walked up and sat in front of them. I mean, what are you going to do? No, seriously, like, he's just so tanky. He's so beefy right now. He's so big. Like, yeah, he's just so good at what he does. Zoning is his thing. So the fact that he could just sit in the front and just zone their whole team, Kennen had to flash over them and then kind of go in and then ultimate and then Zhonya's. And he just took so much damage, and I don't know if it was worth it. His ultimate really wasn't doing a lot of damage. And it looks like they're actually going to catch this Karthus off guard, and they Shurelya's to get up to him. He flashes over the wall and walls them, slowing all of their whole team. And it looks like they're not going to get the kill on him, but they did waste that flash on him.
Yeah, for sure, and that made it worth it for them on their part. Did Blue actually... Rage never... Oh, okay, no, Leona does have an Oracles now, so maybe they're going to start to be able to counter ward. They do have 2 wards in that bush.
Yeah, they actually do double ward it. And the thing about double warding... I don't know. No, they accidentally put 2 wards up there.
Yeah. See, the thing about double wards, though, Cody, is that it's a very bold strategy. I mean...
Well, it's like getting 2 boots, right? You move faster. I mean, double ward, more vision. Double the vision.
You have 2 feet, you need 2 boots, you know? It's the way it goes.
Yeah, and it looks like Malphite's actually going to face check this bush, getting hit by Cho'Gath's Rupture, but they're not going to go in on it. They're just kind of trying to wait it out and see if they can find an opportunity to engage perfectly on this. Maybe catching someone off guard. They really can't engage head on anymore because that Cho'Gath just standing in the front really wrecks their whole team. It really wrecks the composition.
It does, absolutely. I mean, you worded it perfectly. Cho'Gath, he's a tower standing in front of you, and you can't see around him. You can't do anything. If you try to like cast any spells and stuff, boom, you're silenced. Trying to run away, you're knocked up.
Boom, you're silenced.
Boom, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and they're actually going to contest this blue and take it out pretty quickly. So that's pretty bad for blue.
Oh, it is. I mean, they're at a huge disadvantage right now, and a lot of them are actually misplaced. Corki is not there, so if purple engages, this is a perfect opportunity for an easy 4v5. I don't see anyone getting ripped apart and dying right now, but they're actually all just gonna hang back a little bit. Corki maybe gonna push up a little bit, or maybe they're gonna go in for a team fight. Maybe. Poking. They're poking.
You can't poke a Cho'Gath.
You can tickle him a little bit.
Yeah, I guess
under
so.
One of his armpits, you know, it's perfect.
This is really weird. They're all kind of just moving in position, and actually they catch Kennen off guard. Maokai does, and he ulties in, and it looks like they're gonna... This looks like a very out-of-place team fight, and Corki's getting zoned by this Cho'Gath, while Leona just gets down so fast.
Ooh. Sona and Graves and Cassiopeia dying in just a matter of seconds. Leona is the only one down right now, so Cho'Gath is just hanging out, pushing... Oh god, they're not doing much to Cho'Gath, but I mean, like, he's running around, he's trying to do what he can to survive, but once you get both of those slows off, he is actually done. Maokai's surviving with actually most of his health left. Corki doing what he can to get all these turrets and stuff, and he's still at full health. He's still at full health, which is absolutely huge, and especially with this minion wave, they're going to be able to push it up, and fingers crossed they'll be able to grab a Baron out of this as well, and an inhibitor.
Or possibly just push straight up. I mean, 40 seconds till Cho'Gath ups, and then 20 seconds for everyone else. They really have this down. I mean, they have the damage to do it, and they can just fully push through and win this game.
Again? Maybe another comeback from Rage? Unless Rage... Wait,
no, Rage lost last game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to go into game 3.
I thought Blue and coordinated it with, you know, because I'm smart. But anyway, Corki going ahead, pounding on the Nexus, grabbing that win.
And there's the GG.
So how is that for you?
That was a really good game. That was a really intense game.
I thought for sure Purple would have won it. I mean, like, I was rooting for Rage a little bit at the very start. Just because of the fact that I thought their team comp was absolutely just amazing. Absolutely amazing for team fights. And it turns out in the last one that it was, but only because they were so caught out of position. It was an awkward fight. You know, it was kind of one of those things where, you know, it was just really weird. It's just really weird. But
yeah. So, I mean, good game to their part. And now they're going to go on to game 3. So...